Ruoli is only in her early 20s this year and has already opened up the 2 lines of Ren and Do. This is already a top-notch feat among the young people of the Ren family and other major martial arts families. Moreover, Ruoli did not dare to hope that she could get through the 3rd meridian. Her biggest wish now is to strive to make her 2 lines of Ren and Do more smooth. Because there are multiple dimensions in the measurement of the internal masters. How many odd meridians and 8 meridians are connected is just one of them. The second of these is to see whose meridians are more smooth. Just like Ruoli, she got through the Ren channel at the age of 15 and the Do channel at the age of 20. According to the judging standards of people in martial arts, the unobstructed degree of the 8 channels of the odd meridian, from 1 to 10, is divided into 10%. Ruoli first opened up the Ren vessel, so her Ren vessel's smoothness has reached 40%, however, it didn't take long for her to get through the Do vessel, and the current smoothness of the Do vessel has not exceeded 20%. After investigating Ruoli's cultivation level, Charlie couldn't help feeling a little bit emotional. If you didn't get the 9 profound heavenly sutras, relying on the Wing Chun boxing you learned when you were young, let alone getting through the Ren Do channel, even the Ren channel would not be able to get through. In that case, in front of Ruoli, he was as weak as a vegetable chicken. But just because he had obtained the 9 profound heaven scriptures, mastered the use of aura, and supplemented with a lot of rejuvenation pills to improve his strength, his current strength not only crushes the warriors who have broken through the 2 channels of Ren Do, even a strange script a martial arts master who has all 8 meridians is not qualified to fight him. After that, compared to internal energy, aura is simply a crushing dimensionality reduction blow. It is like the absolute advantage of hot weapons over cold weapons. Charlie had the intention to mention Ruoli a little bit, so he used that ray of spiritual energy to directly increase Ruoli's Ren vessel from 40% to 100%. Ruoli at this time had already clearly felt the difference. This feeling is very obvious to her. Before it was as if she had been in a bad cold, her nose was mostly blocked, and it was very difficult to breathe. But now, her breathing becomes very smooth in an instant, and she feels that compared to before, it is simply one place at a time. She looked at Charlie in shock, and blurted out, "Young Mr. Wade, what have you done to me? How come my Ren vessel is instantly accessible?" Charlie smiled indifferently, and said, "I saw that your Ren vessel was not smooth enough, so I helped you through it." "What?" Ruoli was shocked as if struck by lightning. As a person who has been practicing martial arts for more than 10 years, she is very aware of the importance of meridian patency. People in martial arts pay the most attention to opening up the number of meridians, and they have been smooth. The 2 are horizontal and vertical, and 1 is indispensable. Because the Ren channel is the first channel of the 8 meridians and the foundation of martial art, whether and to what extent the next 7 meridians can be opened depends almost entirely on how strong the foundation laid by the Ren channel is. Therefore, she has always hoped to increase the smoothness of the Ren vessel to another level. Even if it only increased from 40% to 50%, it would have been a remarkable improvement. But she couldn't think of it. Charlie only gave her own pulse for such a short time, and then quietly increased the smoothness of her pulse from 40% to 100%. For people in martial arts, 1 meridian can reach 10% smoothness, which means that this meridian has become fully functional. Meridian, in the realm of martial arts, is a realm that only exists in legends. According to the genealogy records, even the ancestor of the He family who opened up the 4 meridians did not achieve success in his Ren channel, but only reached the realm of 80%. Now, Charlie helped Ruoli raise the Ren vessel to 100%, which is simply helping her strengthen the foundation of martial arts more than twice. This not only makes her current strength take a big step forward but also makes her future martial arts journey much smoother. With the Great Ren as the foundation, her martial arts will be more effective in the future. Ruoli was extremely excited, but also shocked in her heart. Young Mr. Wade just gave me a pulse lightly, and he can bring such a huge improvement to my cultivation base. How strong is his strength? Ren core is tantamount to hitting the foundation of martial arts to the extreme. This is something that I can't even think of in this life, and it is also an achievement that all martial arts people can never achieve in a lifetime. However, in Mr. Wade's hands, it's just as easy as moving your fingers. This is nothing short of gold. However, this kind of supernatural power is nothing more than easy in Mr. Wade's mouth. How powerful is Mr. Wade to achieve such an incredible level? It seems that my previous knowledge of Mr. Wade is far from enough. Before, I thought he should be more powerful, but today I know that his strength is far more than that. Even, it is far beyond the scope of what I can imagine. Thinking of this, she felt more fortunate in her acquaintance with Charlie. Although the first half of this acquaintance was not pleasant, since Charlie rescued her, this man has been using practical actions to subvert her worldview. If it weren't for knowing Charlie, it would be impossible for her to have such good luck. Immediately, she knelt on the ground with a thud, and choked with emotion. "Mr. Wade, your great kindness, please accept it." After speaking, she leaned down and knocked her head heavily. Charlie said calmly, "It's just a matter of raising your hand, and you don't have to give this big gift." Ruoli said solemnly, "Young Mr. Wade, the good fortune you gave Ruoli, many martial arts practitioners can hardly achieve for in a lifetime, this kind of grace. I cannot forget it." Charlie smiled faintly. "Spend time to improve the smoothness of the Du vessel, and then try to get through the Chong vessel. This is the most important thing for you at the moment. If you can't go out during this time, you should practice in the hotel." Ruoli hurriedly said, "Okay, young Mr. Wade, I will definitely go all out and try not to let you down." Charlie nodded, stood up, and said, "Okay, you continue to practice, I will leave." Ruoli asked subconsciously, "Mr. Wade, you are leaving now?" Charlie hummed and said casually, "I have to buy some food and go home to cook. If I linger for a while, it will delay my wife's lunch." Ruoli was shocked in the ecstasy, and at the same time filled with disappointment. She blurted out and asked, "Mr. Wade, are you married?" Charlie nodded. "I have been married for 4 years." Ruoli was shocked and said, "The Wade family is also the second largest family in the country. How come I have never heard of the Wade family son's wedding?" Charlie laughed. The Wade family son, have lived outside for 19 years. The Wade family only came to me a year ago. Before that, I had been married and joined a local family in Ores Hill. Becoming a live-in son-in-law. What? Ruoli felt that her views were completely subverted by Charlie again. "I heard about the disappearance of Chang Ying's son in Eastcliff. But I can't even imagine that among people like young Mr. Wade, Dragon and Phoenix would actually be the son-in-law in Ores Hill. Not to mention that he is a descendant of the Wade family, the only son of the famous Chang Ying, and that his outstanding attainments in martial arts are enough to attract all martial arts people. Don't look at those martial arts masters, who are usually respected by major families. If Mr. Wade, a top master with great magical powers, is willing to start a cult, countless martial arts masters will definitely squeeze their heads and worship at his door, wholeheartedly serving him. So, as long as he wants, he can be the object of admiration anytime. Why would such a man who can endure the sky be willing to be a live-in son-in-law in Ores Hill?